This is what he said, how he was. Ain't nobody else got to tell you. This is what he said, how he was. Thou knewest that I was an austere man, taking up that I laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow. Wherefore then gavest not thou my money into the bank, that at my coming I might have required mine own with usury? And he said unto them that stood by, take from him the pound and give it to him that have 10 pounds. That have, because the one that had 10 pounds, hey, he got 10 more pounds. He increased with 20 instead of having a 10. He gave 10, when he came, he had 20. That's why you look at the Most High is giving you talents. He's giving you certain things. You got to increase. Because this one said, hey, I gave it to you. And I put a napkin over it. I buried it. I buried the one, so here go your one back. The one that had, he gave 110, 15, he increased to 10. One that had 10, increased to 20. Doubled it. That's why look at what he's saying. His works, y'all. And he said to them that stood by, take from him the pound and give it to him that have 10 pounds. He already doubled his to 20, but that's a lot of works he had to do to double it to 20. You see? And they said to him, look, he have 10 pounds. That's what people would say, hey, he have 10 pounds. Listen, for I say to you, that unto every one which hath shall be given. And from him that hath not, you don't have no work, even that he hath shall be taken away from him. Y'all better understand what this is about. He done gave you this truth. Just like he give it, he take it away. He done gave you certain things that he allowed you to have, to be able to hear this truth and understand what it is that you're hearing, and you don't do anything with it. You say, every one which hath shall be given, and from him that have not, even that he hath shall be taken away from him. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither. He said, bring those my enemies that don't want me to reign over them. He said, bring them in front of me. Bring them hither. That means bring them in front of me and slay them before me and kill them before me. Bet you don't know that about him, Mashiach. Look at who he's talking about, verse 14. But his citizens hated him. See? His own people hated him. And sent a message after him saying, we will not have this man to reign over us. It's like a lot of you out there. You don't want this big black man to walk the earth and reign over you. In the first place, in your mind, you can't conceive a so-called black man reigning over the whole world forever and ever and ever and ever. You can't conceive that. That's why he said in Isaiah 47:3, for all you gainsayers out there, just why he said this. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. You're going to be exposed. I'm going to pull your pants down. I'm going to pull your dress up. Your nakedness shall be uncovered. Everything that you have done, say, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. That's why we bring forth all the shame that this world is bringing forth that's contrary to the word of the Most High. I will take vengeance, and I will not, I repeat, he said, I will not meet thee as a man. Because he's coming in this angelic power of the Most High, hanging out with Michael, the angel of war, the archangel of war. He say, I'm not going to meet you as a man. Understand this and overstand this point. He's coming in his spiritual power. This is what he said. Hear this, Esau, because it's talking to you. You the virgin daughter of Babylon. And he's talking to all those that follow the mindset of them. Let's start at verse 11. He said, therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it rises. So you ain't gonna know from where it's coming from. And mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. This prophecy. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. You ain't gonna know where it's coming from. Stand now with thine enchantments. Most High gonna clown you now. He said, stand now with your enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, your riches and so forth, your psychics, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit. See if that can profit you. Stop these prophecies that he just said he's gonna do to you. If so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Constant all the time. You got United Nations, we out there. You got United Nations. All these nations. Who's over it? America. Thou art wearied in thy multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. So let all your witchcraft and all the things you believe in, sorcery, psychics, palm readers and all the things, stargazers and so forth, all those prognosticators, all the things that you believe in, stand up and stop the things that are going to come upon you. Listen to that verse 14. It says, behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter. None shall save thee. See, they're going to leave. And this all goes with the Revelation 18th chapter. It all coincides. The whole chapter coincides with that Revelation 18th chapter. Because it has to coincide, the New Testament has to coincide with the Old. Because that's all they had was the law and the prophets. So when you look at this, it's like giving you understanding of how it's going to be. The prophecy. Look at Proverbs 3, Proverbs 3. Starting at verse 4. Proverbs 3 and 4. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of the Most High and man. Trust in the Most High with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. You got to trust in the Most High, Israel, with all our mind, and don't lean on our own understanding. Because Ecclesiastes 3:24 says, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion. See, that's your understanding. And an evil suspicion is overthrown their judgment. You let evil come in, and then you react, and you respond to the evil that's in you to make you do things that are evil in the sight of the Most High. In all thy ways acknowledge him. Everything. Acknowledge the Most High, and he shall direct thy paths. So you got to give all praise to the Most High, and he's going to direct your path. Be not wise in thine own eyes, he said. Fear the Most High, and depart from evil. So you can't allow your vain opinion and this evil suspicion to overthrow your judgment. You got to think right. And to think right, you got to bring an analysis of what the Word says in reality of what's happening now. There's nothing new under the sun. So you can't be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Most High. Be afraid of the Most High. And depart from evil. It shall be health to thy navel. It's going to be health to your stomach. And marrow to thy bones, make you have strength. Honor the Most High with thy substance, the things that you have, your money, and with the first fruits of all thy increase. You're supposed to be given to this truth. Working, and as some of you are, some not. Some people come on this line, I have up to 50 callers. They never say anything. They don't contribute to the truth. You're just getting the word, and you're going to be judged on what you do, because this is not free. It's not free. You got to spend, that's what it says. Honor the Most High with thy substance. But some of you say, oh, you ain't supposed to be giving nothing to help this truth. But we have this nice building. We have this we got to go out and pass out flyers that cost 11 cents a piece. Like when we went to that, what was that, Soul, some Shade of Soul, something that they had on Crenshaw Boulevard that had the whole street blocked off. We spent, I think, $70 just on flyers to hand out to people, and it was gone no time. They had, guess, almost 500,000 people there. During the day, they want to come. That was nothing. It costs money to do this. We go out, we hand out flyers all the time, it costs money. Everything is a cost. And you know it because you know what it costs for you to do whatever it is that you're doing for yourself. I praise all you that, the Most High praise you too, that follow what it is that He say do. No matter what, you still come through. And I thank you and I appreciate you. And may the Most High continue to bless you beyond your imaginations. Some of myself, because and there are those that you just hear for the information, just hear for the precepts, and you don't give nothing. And some of you, like the brother came on, he said, I've been listening for 2 years. The first time he ever said Shalom. But he did come out of the closet and out of his house where he was at and acknowledge the fact that he had been on for 2 years. Some go back longer than that. But it's okay, because the Most High is going to bring the judgment upon those that don't do what He say do. I mean, you gonna send something up to the fourth dimension to the Most High? I don't think you are able, right? That's what He said. Say, honor the Most High with thy substance, and with the first fruits of thy increase. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty. This is how you get plenty. Well, how they doing that? How they doing that? Because He say you honor, you do what He say do, with your substance that you have, He gonna increase you. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy presses shall burst out with new wine. Overflow. He said, my son, despise not, once again, the chastening of the Most High, neither be weary of His correction. See, a lot of times the Most High, that's why I say, I did a lesson on how to take correction. A lot of you don't know how to take correction. You're not really dealing with the Spirit of the Most High, because you don't know how to take instruction or correction. So you don't want the Most High. We just read about the Father of spirits, right? You want the Most High to deal with you with those spirits? Since you want to be wicked, you want Him to destroy you with those spirits that He had, that He created, that's ready to fulfill what He wants them to do where? On this earth. Don't get it twisted. The Most High's name is jealous. And when you don't want to follow what He says do, and He bring those spirits upon you, out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. So you ain't gonna, just like He just told Esau, you're gonna know where it's coming, and when, and how it's gonna apply to your butt to bring you down, to destroy you. Same way it is with those that don't want to come back to the Most High and do what He say do. That's why I say, what He say? Right after He's saying this, He's gonna fill your barns up when you do what? Honor the Most High with thy substance and with the first fruits of thy increase. Say he's going to give you more than what you can even imagine. But see, it's to us, Israel, but Israel don't believe it's to you. The churches, they believe that part. They got that part together. The tithes and offerings and all that, they doing that in ignorance. Because they're saying they're Gentiles, so how are you going to read what's written to Israel, we the Israelites, and we as the Israelites do not believe that it's for us? Oh yeah, I got scriptures for you concerning money. Not the increase of your first fruits. Concerning money, where Israel gave money to build things. It takes money to do whatever. This ain't free. It ain't free. It takes money to get here. It took for all of us that's here, it took somebody had to put out some money to get here. It wasn't free. For all you in the flesh that's here, and all you that's on the conference call, you ain't listening on no free phone. I don't care what you say. You ain't listening to me on no free phone. Unless you got, they do have free phones. Unless you got one of them government phones. Some of you got government phones, that's why they probably tapped into it. So, but other than that, it's still, if you in somebody's house or you in your own house, that costs, right? To be sitting there. I got you. Now it's free to sit down where you at. Without any kind of chastisement or dealing with somebody that's gonna say, hey, you gotta come up with something. Right? Unless you just a bum, you just do good for nothing or infidel, you ain't that. You more than that. So it's gonna cost something for whatever you're doing in life. A little something beats nothing. That's what he's saying. That's why I say give your substance, your increase. That's why the Most High, outside the Most High gonna bless you to have what you see. You wonder how, because this is first. You put this first. And everything else fit in with what you're doing for the Most High. That's how he bless you. But some of you put your own life. It's all about what he gonna do for you. What you done for me lately, Most High. For real. You don't invest in this truth. You're not investing in the truth. There's so much that we got to do and we need to do that people take off. They just, some of y'all ain't nothing but weekend Israelites, Sabbath Israelites. During the week you're cussing, you're doing all kind of smoking, doing all kind of madness. Drunks, all kind of, you name it, you all up in it. And you know who you are. Whatever's going on, that's just like the world, you all know, you know about it. That's your world. You gotta change. You gotta change. Listen. Verse 11 say, my son, despise not the chastity of the Most High, neither be weary in his correction. What he said this right after he said what? Verse 9, honor the Most High with thy substance, and with the first fruits of thine increase. Then he come back and say, my son, in verse 11, despise not the chastity of the Most High, neither be weary of his correction. Because he gonna correct you. See what I'm saying? This is right after he told you what to do. He gonna correct you. They ain't gonna worry about me. It ain't about me, it's about the Most High. He gonna correct you. For whom the Most High loveth, he correcteth. Even as a father, the son in whom he delighteth. We just read about how Father, correct you, you give reverence to him. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold, than money, y'all. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things that canst desire are not to be compared unto her. Length of days is in her right hand. See? Living a long time is in her right hand. And in her left hand, riches and honor. See? That's why I say, you do what he say do. This is first, I got to think about, okay, well, I'm rolling. And I'm thinking about, whoa, what I got to do, what needs to be done that can further this truth when there's a need. So certain things we have to have. Just like I needed frankincense. I went in there and said, hey man, I need some, you have any rocks? He said, yeah, we got, these are $2 a bag. So I said, hey man, give me a deal.